Hey everybody, Bormac here for Geneforge 4. Even though I haven't got started or finished uploading Geneforge 3's ending yet, I'm just really antsy to start this because it looks awesome. I mean, they've improved the graphics a lot, and well, you know, always excited, always excited. So, let's start a new game, shall we? There are a lot of changes. For one, you can be a servile. I'm not going to be a servile. Someone else I know is going to be LPing this game, and they're going to be a servile. So, I'm not going to do that. Let's see here. This looks kind of like the traditional Shaper. This is kind of like how I played the traditional Shaper, though. Just running up and smacking things. And there's the Infiltrator, which is basically like the Agent. Both of these have weak shaping skills, which probably not what I'm gonna do. And this is like the Guardian, I guess. I like that blue. I think I'm going to go with Guardian. Or Warrior, as it were. I think that's what I want to do. Last time I was pretty fragile. This time I kind of want to be able to smack things around. So we'll be going with a much more tight-knit group of creatures. Instead of the big mess that I had last time. Yeah, I think we'll go with Warrior. And those are all the blue themes. Okay. The Shapers have the power to create life. They can make plants and animals to populate barren lands, and intelligent, loyal serviles to do their menial work. And, if challenged, they can create armies of hideous monsters to devastate their foes. The Shapers rule your lands, and their authority is absolute. There is one punishment for those who try to learn their secrets, and for any of their creations who disobey them: death. And so the rebellion began. It was an alliance of humans tired of Shaper rule and intelligent creations who wanted to be free. They rose up, stole some of the Master's powers for themselves, and attacked. First, the Shapers were caught by surprise. Much of the eastern half of Terrestria was lost. Many of the Shapers and those loyal to them were slain. Proud cities were razed to the ground. But the Shapers regrouped, and their armies came. The rebels have been pushed back, their lands have been burned, lost refugees, both human and creation, wander the rubble. Because the rebels have taken horrible losses, they have had a desperate need for reinforcements. They have been furiously combing towns and villages looking for anyone with the aptitude to learn the secrets of the Shapers. Young people, people with potential, people who seemed loyal to the rebel cause, people like you. The rebellion has been going for 7 years. 3 years ago you left your village to receive training. You have learned the basics about weapons, about magic, and about the first few steps of shaping your own living beings, your creations. And, at last, you were given the chance to receive a great honor. You could become a prospective, a life-crafter in training, who would be modified and given the ability to shape your own creations. You have accepted the offer. Since then, you have been journeying in secret through the war-torn lands. You have traveled with several guards and 2 other perspectives. Your band is led by Greta, an officer in the rebellion. You have heard tales of her, how she has fought the Shapers since the beginning of the war, of the raids and battles she survived. You have wanted to ask her for tales of her experiences, but she has largely kept to herself. Getting you safely to your destination is her mission, and it has taken all of her concentration. And there she is. This is a crowded little dragon boat. I guess you steer it with the shoulder things? But at last you are almost there. You have completed a short sea journey, and you are just a short walk from Southforge Citadel, where you will be given your new power. It is cold, miserable. It's a cold, miserable, wet day. Greta told you to unload the boat while the rest of your group went inland a little to build a fire. You could barely contain your excitement. At last you are at Southforge Citadel, where your true training, your new life can begin. And there's the boat. Hi. Inspect your craft again. It is a living craft, a reptile with a flat back, specially created to carry small groups over the water. It's a safe and fast, if extremely wet and uncomfortable ride. The creature snorts and bares its teeth at you when you get close. It only obeys orders from its masters. You are not one of them. So we have our skill points. We can spend them now, but I'm not going to just yet. No reason to. Just ahead, you can see the rest of your group. Greta and two other perspectives, Triol and Magda, are sitting around a small smoky fire. The other soldiers keep watch to the south. As you watch them, you realize that something doesn't seem right. Though you are deep in rebel territory, the soldiers have their batons and blades out and seem to be alert. Greta sees you and gets up from the fire. She waves for you to come and speak with her. Greta walks up to speak with you. Between the darkness of the voyage over the water and your overwhelming seasickness, you never got a good look at her. Now you do. Heard of Greta before you met her. Most rebels have. Greta was once a loyal agent, servant of the Shapers, trained and true. Then she abandoned her kind and joined the rebellion. That is unusual. What is stranger still is that she is still alive, despite all the battles, all the defeats. She has lived, scarred, burnt, and afflicted with a permanent limp, true, and exhausted, but she is still fighting. She also looks very worried. She inspects you to make sure you're able to move without slowing her down, and says, "Alright, glad you're here. We need to get you armed and armored, and we need to move." Is something wrong? I don't know, something isn't right. Get ready, we're keeping watch. Greta points to the west. The storeroom is in there. There isn't much left. We cleaned it out pretty good, but I made sure something was left for you. Go, hurry. Aren't we in secure territory? Greta chuckles. You don't know very much about the Shapers, do you? There is no secure territory. They can see everywhere. Their creations can get anywhere. Now go. See, we have a battle beta and a vicious roamer, some rebel soldiers, and there's our two other perspectives. And Greta is a behemoth with 852 health, which is only appropriate considering the condition we left her in last time. We're just gonna skim through the tutorial, because I already know how this works. Dagger in your hand makes you feel a little better. It's a puny weapon, dented and rusty, nothing compared to the power you've been promised. Now you should probably get and wear some armor. There is a suit of chitin armor in the cabinet to the west wall. Chitin armor is flimsy stuff made from the carapace of a creature created for this purpose by the Shapers. It's cheaper than leather or metal, but offers less protection. Better than nothing. Greta sees you have a blade ready. She nods approvingly. Then she smiles. It's a pretty pitiful weapon, but it will make a hole in someone if you put some muscle behind it. Now that you're ready, we need to be moving on the Southforge Citadel. Little time for chatting. We have to hurry. Something's wrong. How can you tell? It's a sense you can pick up. The ability to detect disaster. I got lots of practice. When you're a rebel, there's always a disaster approaching. Anyway, there's nobody here at the docks, and things don't sound right. Maybe there isn't a problem, but I think we'll have to move. Now. I need to do something first. Because I want to talk to my other two perspectives. Walk over to Tyrol, one of the perspectives making his journey to Southforge Citadel with you. Like you, he has had several years of magical training, being taught the basics of the shaping art. However, he is much more advanced than you. He's already received some modification. Like most who have been altered, he has a strange air about him, as if he's become disconnected from the people he sees. Yes, Tyrell says. What do you require from me? I am trying to marshal my resources for the conclusion of our journey. What are you preparing to do? Fight, if necessary. I agree with Greta. The way to the Citadel is not safe. I eagerly anticipate the chance to use my abilities. You think you can defend yourself against a Shaper creation? Tyrell's words. I do not doubt it. I eagerly anticipate it. I have long hungered for the day I could finally battle the Shapers. I will not reject the chance if it appears. What will you do? I am charged with essence, and I have the skill to direct it. Start with lances of energy and work from there. Okay. You already received much training. In years, as much as you, but I can clearly see I've gained much more from my years of work. I have been given much more as a reward for my promise. When we left, I was even allowed to use 2 of the precious canisters. You've used the canisters? Yes. Already I have been allowed to use the devices that remake us and add to our powers. The most promising are allowed to use the crystal canisters, the charged essence within, that remakes the user, giving them magical abilities. Geneforge is the last step on my journey to the battlefields, where I will be a scourge to the Shaper oppressor. Why have you gained so much more than me? I don't know, probably superior, inherent talent and intelligence. No offense. Yeah, whatever. Magda. You walk over to Magda, one of the 2 perspectives you are traveling with Southforge Citadel with you. She is young, quiet, servile, and very shy. She spends most of her time sitting out of the way, hiding her face in her hood. Right now, though, she seems eager to talk to someone. Hello. I hope that Greta isn't right. I mean, I hope there aren't attackers here. The Shapers, they have no mercy for people like me. What are you going to be trained to do? Not going to be a warrior. Hardly surprised. I know I'm not very brave. But I have talents in healing and blessing. I have a knack with that. That is how I will serve my people. A healer? That is my hope. The war has left many people hurt horribly. The creations of the Shapers, they burn, they spray acid, the wounds are horrible. Think you could heal people without going into battle? No, I don't. But I hope I can be towards the back, tending the wound. But if I have to go forward, She sighs. If that is needed to save a life, I will do it. I've done it before during my training, screaming inside, but I will go if needed. What will the Shapers do to you? I'm a servile, a freeborn servile. Not one of the slaves they keep dumb and quiet. I'm a creation with free thought and will. Educated. Where were you born? I was born on the northern Ashen Isles. The Ashen Isles are the heart of the rebellion. Most of the creations fighting the Shapers are from there. The Ashen Isles are far to the north. When the rebellion began, it was there that the rebels had most success. It's now the most secure stronghold of your army. You've never been there, but you hope to go someday. And what do the Shapers do with someone like you? Creation, thus the Shapers, I am an animal, a rogue. I will be questioned, broken down, and destroyed. It is their only way. It's pretty grim, isn't it, guys? Alright. Greta's nervousness is starting to edge over into terror. Finally, she decides that you've been waiting for too long. Alright, any extra business you have can be settled at the Citadel. Follow me, and quickly. There are ways everyone to follow and begins to walk swiftly to the west, towards Southforge Citadel. It would be a very good idea to follow Greta now. Okay, let's go. Everyone, move out. Oh, geez, what was that? Something has attacked your group. You will have to... Yeah, combat. What is that? Oh, geez, 800 health already. Survivor on the side of the path looks like it was dragging a cart of goods to the Citadel when the raiders caught her. It was a worker, not a warrior. She didn't last for long. Attackers left her coin purse alone. Ooh, I might do that. Kaishak. This is a creature standing on the path ahead. A huge creation, one of a design you've never seen before. It's huge. It's a huge, spiky reptile. Are you serious? No. Jeez. Massive chipped claws and teeth and thick leathery skin. It stares hungrily at you. There is no sign of obedience in its eyes. It's calm and under complete control. It is not a rogue creation, it's a servant of the Shapers. The enemy has gotten one of their pets here somehow. As it begins to lumber towards you, lightning begins to play up and down its teeth and along its body. Whoa! You are not smart. Huh. I guess I don't have the action points to mess with that. Oh! Go battle, Beta. What the heck are those? Much to your relief, you can see there is a minefield ahead, clustered around a single trigger. Mines are special creatures made by those skilled in the art of shaping. Each group of mines has a trigger set to destroy a certain sort of foe. If the enemy gets too close to the trigger, it detonates all the nearby mines. They're to protect you, not harm you. The sensor tendrils of the trigger aren't pointing at you. So pass. Hopefully any foes chasing you will turn back. Huh, hopefully. It's a living if mindless thing infused with powerful, deadly shaper magic. Leave it alone. Good idea. Hey, Magda. Greta turns towards you. She looks relieved to see you survive the run to the west. It was as I feared, a shaper raid. Well, we have long feared has happened at last. They have found Southforge Citadel. We must get you to the Geneforge quickly. We will need defenders soon if war has come here. But first we must tend to our wounds. And there is something that needs to be done. What was that thing? It's a Kaishak, a new shaper creation, only started appearing in the battlefield about 2 years ago. Extremely dangerous. Can we go back and kill that invader? You could probably kill it, but with casualties. Better let the mines hold it back and reinforce the Citadel. My mission is to deliver us all here, and that's what I will do. She points to the north. There's a workshop there, where the mine tender lives. There should be a key in there. It's to the defense field. We need to pass to enter the Citadel. While we recover from the attack, go find the key. Will the mine tender help me? Mine tender is probably dead. What does the key look like? Living tool, sort of stick thing, half wood, half meat. Typical shaper stuff. Think we'll be attacked soon? Probably, but nobody is attacking now. We will have to use this time as best we can before we head south. Okay, in combat. Distance, you hear a scream. Continues for several long seconds and then ceases abruptly. It sounded like Tyrol. Well, that was his own fool fault. Various types of mines. Oh, the acid sprayers. Mine tender's hut and find it has been wrecked. Several blasts of lightning killed the mine tender and destroyed just about everything of value. Oh, that's just great. Ooh, a healing pod and some money. I need to switch the chitin back on. Just dump that robe, I don't need it. The body of the mine tender was blasted against the back of the wall by an intense blast of magical energy. Nothing of value survived on the body. The outside of this small cabinet has been scorched by a stray bolt of lightning. With a hearty pull, you are able to get it open. There were 3 living tools in here. Fortunately, 2 of them were killed by the heat of the attack. The third one is alive and intact. It is a rod of shaped material about 8 inches long. You take it. I guess I should save now. I did. Greta asks if you have the key, show it to her. She nods, and all is well. Nothing can possibly go wrong now. Hang on to that and follow me. We we meet more of the enemy, run and keep running. Run! Ooh, ore trawl. There is another enemy creation blocking the road here. Somehow it has broken through defenses to the north and is lying in wait for you. This monstrosity is a humanoid like a Thought or Battle Alpha, but much bigger. Huge, mindless giant with one rock in its hand and much more in a sack on its belt. The rocks are only a few inches across, but the beast looks like it could throw them with remarkable speed and accuracy. Another new terror that the Shapers have unleashed upon your kind. Oh! She's completely panicked. She flees in terror, barely able to see what is happening around here. Then she trips. Enemy creation delivers a single blow, and she is gone. Run! Tank for me, Roamer. Oh, well, he lived. You are about to die. Run! Oh, at least the Roamer lived. Greta stops moving and looks to the west. You can see the gates of Southforge Citadel. The defensive pylons are still intact and active. That means they will attempt to ward off any being with the power to shape, including you. Greta holds her sword at the ready and looks to the east. I doubt that we're safe yet. I will hold off any attackers. As for the field, it will harm anyone who is infused with even a little shaping essence, like me or you. We need to lower the field so that we can get to safety. Why don't we just run through the field? Because that whole tricky instant fiery death thing, my experience trying to deal with traps by just gutting them out doesn't work very well. Okay, I'll go. Good, go, hurry. Greta turns to watch a pathway to the east. It looks like something may be approaching through the mist. Battle. Whoa. No, Roamer. No! Save them, Greta! I'm not going in! Close to the gateway of Southforge Citadel. This is the final goal of your long journey. This is a place where you will be remade by the Geneforge, given incredible powers, and sent to the battle the hated Shapers. Unfortunately, because of the attack, the gates of the Citadel are fully defended. First, there is a ring of field projectors blocking the path. Until they are disabled, they promise great suffering to your group if you try to pass. Second, the doorway itself is sealed, and you see no control lever or other way through. You can only hope that Greta knows how to pass it. Lots of damage. Yes, they do. Lots of damage. Okay, Roamer is safe. But, oh, no, he is healing. Okay. These things, extremely dangerous, will be the bane of my existence throughout this game. Yep, controls for the pylons. Yay, a little trumpet. Looks over to the west and sees the field just now. At last, I will unlock the door and we can escape. Hurry! Come on, Roamer! Woo! Vicious Roamer escapes into the Citadel. Is there anything back here? Aha! You can't hide from me. Rebel-based docks. So yeah, we started as a rebel in this one, instead of a shaper, and we don't know any shaping or magic. We can hit things with a dagger. That's it. So you enter Southforge Citadel. Very few rebels are ever allowed to learn the location of this place, let alone enter it. Two citadels, Southforge and Northforge, are the heart of the resistance, for it is here that the Geneforges are hidden. It is there that new life crafters are made to make and lead the armies of the rebellion. You have come here to use the Geneforge, and yet you have no idea what it actually is, or how to use it. You see Greta approaching from the corridor to the south. Maybe she can enlighten you. And you'd best make haste, now that the Shapers have found the Citadel. It's only a matter of time before it is attacked. Greta walks into the storeroom accompanied by a young servile. She seems relieved that you made it here alive. Considering how badly things are going,